May 25th, 2012. A video appears online. A man tied to a bed frame, an attacker wielding an ice pick, and then an act of unspeakable violence. Days later, packages begin arriving at political offices and schools across Canada. Inside them, human body parts. It sparked one of the largest international manhunts in modern history. This is the story of Luka Magnotta, a man so desperate for fame, he would stop at nothing to make sure the world never forgot his name. Luka Magnotta was born Eric Clinton Kirk Newman on July 24th, 1982, in Scarborough, Canada. From the start, his life was unstable. His parents split when he was young, and he and his siblings were raised by their grandparents. Teachers remembered him as vain, obsessed with his appearance, always looking in the mirror. By 19, he had dropped out of high school and thrown himself into the adult entertainment world, stripping, escorting, and appearing in adult films. From the very beginning, Luka's life was shaped by one single desire: to be seen. In his early 20s, Luka crossed a line. He befriended a vulnerable young woman with a mental disability, convinced her to apply for credit cards, and racked up more than $10,000 in fraudulent charges. He was also accused of sexual assault. But those charges were dropped after doctors claimed he had psychiatric problems. Instead of prison, Luka got probation, a decision his own lawyer would later call immeasurable in its consequences. It was the first major red flag, but instead of stopping him, the system let him walk away with little more than a slap on the wrist. By 25, Luka was chasing another dream: stardom. He auditioned for reality TV shows, bragging about his plastic surgeries. He told judges, "Some people say I'm devastatingly good-looking," but the world wasn't buying it. He was rejected from every show. When that didn't work, Luka turned to the internet. He created dozens of fake accounts, spreading rumors about himself, and then, using other accounts, he defended himself. He was building an illusion of celebrity. But his obsession with being famous wasn't working, and soon his online life would take a darker turn. In 2010, Luka shared a link to a disturbing video, a real murder known as 3 Guys, 1 Hammer. He added a chilling caption: "Luka is unable to live unless there is chaos in his life. It makes him feel as though he matters." That Christmas, another video surfaced. 1 guy, 2 kittens. The anonymous figure on screen, face hidden, placed kittens into a vacuum-sealed bag and suffocated them. The internet erupted. Animal rights groups and online detectives formed task forces to find the man behind the video. But Luka wasn't done. By 2012, he teased something far worse. A video he called "One Lunatic, One Ice Pick." And within days, the nightmare became real. May 25th, 2012. The full video appeared online. It showed Jun Lin, a Chinese student in Montreal, tied to a bed. Luka Magnotta stabbed him again and again with an ice pick and a knife. He dismembered the body and even fed flesh to a dog. The horror didn't end there. Days later, packages began arriving across Canada: a foot at the Conservative Party headquarters, a hand at Liberal Party offices, more body parts sent to schools, and in a suitcase outside Luka's apartment building. police found Jun Lin's torso. Inside his apartment, bloodstains covered the mattress, the table, even the bathtub, and scrawled in red ink inside a cupboard, a haunting message. If you don't like the reflection, don't look in the mirror. I don't care. Canada was horrified, and the hunt for Luka Magnotta had officially begun. Interpol issued a red notice, effectively putting Luka on the world's most wanted list. He fled to Paris, then Berlin. But no matter where he went, Luka couldn't resist one thing: reading about himself. On June 4th, 2012, German police found him in an internet cafe. What was he doing? Sitting at a computer, searching for news stories about his own crimes. The chase was over, but the trial was just beginning. In December 2014, Luka Magnotta stood trial in Montreal. The defense argued mental illness, schizophrenia, personality disorders. The prosecution argued something far darker: premeditated, calculated murder. For 12 weeks, the jury listened. And in December, they returned their verdict: guilty on every count. Luka Magnotta was sentenced to life in prison with no chance of parole for 25 years, plus 19 more for related crimes. His dream of being famous had come true, but not in the way he ever imagined. Luka Magnotta's story is a chilling reminder of how obsession, narcissism, and the hunger for attention can spiral into pure horror. So, what do you think? Was Luka driven by mental illness? Or was this the work of a man willing to do anything for notoriety? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you found this story haunting, make sure to subscribe to Hidden Verdicts for more deep dives into the darkest corners of true crime. Because behind every verdict, there's always more to uncover.